Our property is old camp in its own right. It's 18 kilometers southeast of Kirkland Lake, and it's got very compelling geological similarities to Kirkland Lake Gold's SMC, South Macassa Complex mine operation, which has produced 3 million ounces to date.
Hello there, my friends. Chris Marcus here with you for Arcadia Economics, and I am at the Northstar Gold booth with my new friend Brian Fowler, who it's been nice getting to know over the last couple days. Starting a somewhat new project, and again, it's have a lot of gold and silver fans watching the show. So Brian, great to have you here, and perhaps just to kick things off, can let folks know a little bit about what you guys have been up to.
Great. No, thanks, Chris. Northstar Gold Corp is it's a new company. We just completed a $3 million IPO, and now have a listing on the CSE. The ticker is NSG, so we're very pleased with that. We've been trading since January the 2nd. We have 35.3 million shares out. Our primary focus is our 100% owned Miller Gold property, which is in the Kirkland Lake district. It's a very highly prolific gold camp. 225 million ounces of gold come up from 7 mines. Our property is old camp in its own right. It's 18 kilometers southeast of Kirkland Lake, and it's got very compelling geological similarities to Kirkland Lake Gold's SMC, South Macassa Complex mine operation, which has produced 3 million ounces to date and has about at least 5 million ounces on the books. So we're very pleased to have this property, and we've got $2 million in the bank. We're cashed up. We have no debt, and we're just commencing a $1.1 million program on the property, which will involve 3,500 meters of drilling and about 25 holes. So I guess another thing I should say about it is that it does have a historic estimate on it. There's 11 shallow shafts and some old workings. We've got 270,000 ounces of gold at 11.5 grams in one estimate, and then we have an exploration target which could have up to 500,000 ounces of gold between 1 and 3 grams per ton. So we're really excited with that. We know where to start, and this these zones are quite shallow, so it won't take much drilling or much time to get them into 43-101 space, and we're going to have some pretty solid news flow here commencing within a month or so.
Well, gee, it certainly sounds like you've accomplished quite a bit in a short period of time, and obviously a lot of folks are familiar with Kirkland Lake. Is that what led you to that particular area, or how did you settle on where you've landed in?
Well, the company was private for prior to going public for 11 years, and had raised $7 million during that time period, and put together our portfolio of 100% owned properties. The Miller property was acquired by staking in 2012, which was amazing. And the company put $2 million into it, drilled 27 holes, 5,800 meters of drilling, and some geophysics and bulk sampling and trenching and stripping. So we've been working this area for the district for quite some time. Our other 2 properties are 100% owned. The Bryce property, the company's got $4 million into that historically, 25,000 meters of drilling. We've got a intrusive hosted gold system there that needs much more work and very compelling grades, and we've had a lot of interest in the property. We're going to bring that into the 43-101. I'd like to get a qualifying report on it, and then consider either optioning it out or spinning it out or whatever. And our third property is the Milestone Copper Cobalt Nickel property. It's an old Teck property, and it's on the Temagami Lake further to the south, and it's got a historic estimate on it. We haven't done much work on it, but it's 100% owned. It's got great exploration upside, and we're going to make that a qualifying property as well, and investigate other opportunities going forward. But our focus is going to be primarily the Miller property this year.
Yeah, and Brian, it sounds like you found some good projects. Also, I was interested to hear you have no debt, and you did do a capital raise. Obviously, folks are always interested to hear that part of it. What's the financing environment been like in recent times, and what was that experience like for you guys?
Well, the finances, you got good projects attract money, and good management groups definitely. So if you get all, and we think we've got all three together, so that's good. But we weren't doing a normal private placement; we were doing an IPO, and that was more difficult. There's not a lot of them that are making it in this space and at this stage. So it was. I wouldn't say it was easy. There's people that liked the deal right out of the get-go, and we had people that were backing us. But it did take some legwork, and yeah, so like I said, we're very pleased to have closed it in 2019, last day of the year, and yeah, we're good to go.
So what do you think separated you? You mentioned that it's not an easy environment for the IPO. What was it was it just the quality of the projects, or what allowed you guys to succeed where some others haven't?
I think it's a combination of quality property like the Miller, our share structure. We did our IPO at 30 cents with no warrant. We stuck to that. We had there's people that didn't like that, and then our board, prior to going public, what we did was we restructured the company. We did a 6-for-1 rollback, so that the IPO of 30 cents is the cheapest stock the company has ever offered. And we augmented the board. We brought in some very highly skilled, accomplished mining professionals in mining, exploration, development, financing, and investment banking. So we got a couple founders of Yamana on our board. We actually have we have Tony Lisiak, who's a main mining analyst at Canaccord. We're very fortunate to have as a special advisor to the company Mike Sutton, who won Prospector of the Year award in 2006 for the discovery of the South Macassa complex. So Mike knows Kirkland very, very well. He knows Miller very well, and he's hands-on, and we're very pleased to have him. So we've got a very, I think we cover all the bases. We've got a CFO that is involved with a number of junior companies. I'm a geologist. I've been doing this for almost 40 years. 13 of those years are with Placer Dome. So I was fortunate enough to work with some amazing people and see some amazing deposits and operations. And then I've also worked in the junior sector for a number of years too, putting together companies and properties and management groups, and so it's so it's a lot of fun. And Northstar, it was really, I couldn't say no to this opportunity. It checked all the boxes for me, and I really believe that we've got something very special here, and we just need to get at it and just be smart, and it'll turn into something really sweet.
And Brian, you touched on that same theme. I hear conference after conference, all the folks I speak with, you have good relationships, and it's the people that you bring in, which sounds like has been a big part of what you've done. One question, anything going forward that they're looking to as a key success, and also on the other hand, any risks or anything that keeps you up at night?
What kept me up at night for quite a while was closing this IPO, so that's I'm happy with that. So I am sleeping better. Risks, I think we've mitigated pretty much everything. We're fully permitted. We just got to do what we said we're going to do. We've got people that have put money into our deal, and now it's time for us to show them that that was a smart thing to do. So that's what we're going to be focused on. And so I just want to make sure that we deliver, and I'm committed to doing that, as everyone else in the company is.
Well, it sounds like you have a great foundation, and perhaps for folks who'd like to get some more information, dig into the numbers a little bit, can you just let them know where they can find you?
Absolutely. The website's www.northstargoldcorp.com. That's probably the best place to go. Our long-form prospectus was on CDAR, so you can find our news releases and whatnot there. But the website's probably the best place to start.
Well, Brian, appreciate you making some time. It's been nice getting to know you a little better the last couple of days. We'll be excited to follow along with your success, and I think this will be helpful for folks.
Thank you, Chris. It's a pleasure meeting you, and thank you for this opportunity.
So that is today's episode. I do thank you for spending some time with me and hope you enjoyed it. If so, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you again soon.